The 8 worst purchases ever, according to retirees. In retirement, there's a lot of stuff you can get mixed up in if you don't really know where to put your money, right? If your money's just sitting around doing nothing, you're like, ooh, should I get this? Maybe I should get this. What do you think? So, without further ado, here are the top 8 things they should not have bought in retirement. Number 1, an expensive vacation right after retirement. A lot of these people interviewed said that right after retirement, they went on a 3-4 week European vacation that they said they had a great time, but the money they spent on that, looking back on it 10 years later, they regret it. The majority regret doing that. Now you would think, hey, huge vacation, let's go, man. I just retired. Okay, but limit it. Limit your expenses. Don't blow like $10,000 or something on it. So that was the number 1 regret. Take your vacation, but be cautious about it, let's say. Number 2, extra insurance that they purchased. And for example, life insurance. When you're in retirement, a lot of these people figured out later in life, you don't really need life insurance. If you've got your home paid off, if you've got enough, money in the bank, you don't need life insurance anymore. Even if you have a spouse, your spouse should be taken care of by the money you have left in the bank or your home if you pass away. Children are out of the house. Do you really need life insurance in retirement? Think about it. I don't think you do you? A lot of these people regret buying extra insurance in retirement. Number 3, a vacation home. The main complaint on that was that if they did not decide to rent it out, it's just sitting there. You're paying taxes. You're paying your mortgage on it. And a lot of these people, they figured out they thought initially it could have been a good investment to rent out. It wasn't renting out as easily as they thought it would be. So, they would be there maybe a month during the year. The other time, the vast majority of that, it's sitting empty. Big regret. Vacation homes. Why not take a great vacation, moderate of course, don't spend $10,000, and go to a nice Airbnb, rent it out. Do you really need a vacation home? Sure, maybe if you have a large family, where you'd have multiple people staying there during the year, it might be worth it. But be very careful, guys, because, for instance, this place that I got here, I thought it might be easy to rent out when I first got it. Doesn't really work that way. You better really research the area if you're going to get a vacation home and plan on renting it out. Hey, by the way, can you see? Oh, I don't know if they're out there anymore. There are some jet skis and boats going at it at the lake behind all day long. 4th of July weekend, man. It's like 100 degrees right now. Can you see the sweat stains? Are they showing up? Woo! Toasty. Number 4, expensive cars. A lot of men in retirement regret getting their dream car when they were retired. Especially if it's like older model dream cars. That's a lot of money you put into repairs, they found out. Now, did they really do the research before getting it? Who knows? Or maybe they didn't care. They're like, you know what? I've been working all my life to get this car. They got it. Afterwards they kind of regret it because it's sitting in the garage collecting dust. Be careful on that. Hey, if you have a dream car, go get it. But, be moderate about it. Moderate income. That's what the channel is about. If any of you are watching me for the first time, we are about moderate income here in retirement. If you'd like to figure out ways to get through retirement on that, think about subscribing and like the channel as well. If you like it, of course. If you don't, throw me off, crush me, throw something at the TV. Number 5, giving large gifts to friends and family members. This might have seemed like a good idea early in retirement. You've got a pretty good balance in your accounts. What happens later in life is some of these people, they were kind of scrimping and just getting by later in life. And these large gifts that they gave to friends and family members they kind of regret doing that. Some of the friends kind of go away. Some of the family members may not appreciate it as much as they thought they would. So, sure, give gifts here and there, help out your kids. That's another thing. Are you still helping out your kids in retirement? Your grown kids. Be very careful with that. They're grown. They should be able to help themselves, right? So be prudent, let's say, with that. Number 6, and you guys probably already know this, timeshares. I mean, especially over the last 10, 15 years, people still do get into timeshares, but the amount of legal things that can happen when you own part of a timeshare and you're trying to get out of it, or if you just maybe want to sell it to someone, yeah, it can get kind of crazy. Timeshares are never really a good idea. Again, take your vacation, go to an Airbnb, go crazy for a week, Do you really need a timeshare to be there 2 weeks a year, say in Costa Rica? Yeah, a lot of these retirees regretted that. Number 7, boats. Boats. Big headache when it comes to maintenance, repairs. Think about it. It's this tub that's sitting on the water. How often do you use it when you're out of the water? Or let's say you have even like a houseboat. Yikes. Talk about repairs, constant upkeep. But these people, retirees, really regretted getting boats. Number 1, they said they don't use it as much as they thought they would. Number 2, just the expense. Say it's been out of the water for a couple of years. You might have problems when you put it back in the water, right? A lot of expenses that go into taking care of a boat. Number 8, RVs. Number 1, what do you think off the top of your head is the worst expense in RVs? How about gas? How about going 100 miles and paying like $100 or $120 in gas? In RVs also, if you let them sit outside all day, which I've known because of this trailer I've got, sprung leaks over the winter, there's things you got to take care of, Again, if you're thinking about going someplace on vacation, might be a better idea just to rent an RV for like a 2-week vacation to see a couple national parks, than having to have that RV sit around. You have to worry about its tires. Make sure you get something covered the tires up from the sun. There's all kinds of expenses that come along with RVs. So those are the 8 worst purchases according to retirees in retirement. Just trying to help you out, guys. Hey, I'm trying to help myself out too. Stay away from those. There are ways to get around it. And remember, on this beautiful 100-degree day in the high desert, am I sweating through yet? I'm okay. Looks like I got it. So do you.